As we continue the series on supporting neurodivergent coworkers in the workplace, I think it's important just to take a quick step back and really talk about how neurodivergent and neurotypical people kind of show up in the workplace. The easiest way to look at this is to look at a neurotypical person's pattern as it relates to cognitive skills in visual reasoning, verbal reasoning, working memory, and processing speed. Those are the four areas that we kind of really take a look at and see bigger deviations within neurodivergent people. So when we're looking at a neurotypical person, somebody in the average range, just about 80% of the population, and we look at these skills, they're relatively flat. Sure, there'll be some variation. Some people are a little bit better at visual reasoning than verbal processing maybe, but they're generally kind of fall into the average neurotypical average range, right? Now, when we look at a neurodivergent person, you're going to see what we call a spiky profile. So they're going to have much more extreme strengths, but then more extreme challenge areas as well. So it's going to be that spiky profile. So when we look at a neurodivergent person in the workplace, you may see a person that is just really great at communicating. Their verbal skills are just off the charts. They can share an inspiring message, or they can be great at storytelling, but then they may really struggle in a different area of their own work. So whether it's working memory, which is, holding information while you're in a meeting and trying to process all that information at one time while still being engaged in the meeting and taking notes and asking questions, can be really challenging for somebody with lower working memory. But then you're going to see them excel in areas that just look so natural. And so the tendency is to really, we see them excelling, right? And we expect that they're going to excel in all areas of work and not have significant challenges. And as individuals, we try to cover up those perceived struggles, right? So you're going to see them try to cover them up, but it's frustrating and it takes a lot of energy to kind of hide those perceived flaws. And if we can start to just kind of help support neurodivergent people in those ways of, maybe taking meeting minutes or helping them kind of grasp the concept of a meeting and circling back to key topics, sometimes those can be really, really helpful so that we don't have to necessarily expend so much energy doing the things that are challenging for us. And we can spend more of our energy doing those really great things that we really excel at doing, and we can highlight those strengths. So I hope this helps. I hope the graphs kind of help, but when we're talking about neurodivergent people, we're talking about those spikier profiles, so you will see extreme strengths and then challenges in other areas.